Hi everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you all doing? On Friday, the 24th of May, 2024. How's your week's been? How have you been getting on? It's been a couple of weeks since we were last together, so I'm sure lots has happened in that time. Trying to think now. Full moons, bank holidays, all sorts of things going on, right? So yeah, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's lovely to be reconnected with you again. So yeah, how are you, darling? How's your 2 weeks been?
Yeah, great. As you say, I can't remember exactly what I've done. I know I've done a Reiki One workshop. That was awesome.
Yay!
And we're doing another one of those in Kent in another couple of weeks as well. So I'm looking forward to that. What else have we got coming up this weekend? So we're at a Raven event in Broadstairs tomorrow.
Yeah,
And then we've got our East Kent Holistic Community Walk on Sunday. So
our
that's awesome.
first, our
Looks like the weather's going to
first.
be good as well. Um, and then Monday, I think we've got an off day.
I think we have an off
Um,
day. Oh, are we allowed an off day?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
of course we
Um,
can.
so yeah, obviously last night was a full moon in Sagittarius, and yeah, so it's interesting because different people are affected differently by the full moon, and I know I certainly feel tiredness, but I know I get a really good tend to get a really good quality sleep as well. Um, and I just feel really grounded in that space after like during the full moon and just after as well. Um, Beforehand though it can be a little bit interesting.
Yeah, you
um,
really feel the effects of it on the build up, don't you? The energy of it.
yeah,
Last
yeah.
month, I recall you really were really affected by it.
Well, I think that's the thing, isn't it? Because I think it also depends where the moon is situated in relation to your birth chart. And I mean, you'll know more about that than me. I just feel the stuff and then I go, what's going on? Oh, okay, it's a full moon and it's in this sign. Okay, so that's going to affect me because X, Y, Z, but I can't be sure of what it is until I check in with you, right? Um, So yeah, so it's going to be a busy weekend for us. What's everyone else doing this weekend? Bank holiday in the UK, and Ireland, I believe, as well. Um, Anyone else got bank holiday? We got our friends from Australia, Canada, and America here. So
Hi,
hello,
Sylvie.
Sylvie.
How you doing, Sylvie? Where are you from? Where are you located? That's a lovely photograph that you've got there. I'm wondering if that maybe is in the US somewhere, possibly. And Chris Rees is from Wales. Hi there. How are you doing? How's the weather over there? It's been a bit miserable these last few days here, in Surrey and Kent, but it's starting to pick up. It's nice and sunny now, so I think the message is getting through.
Good morning, Jessica. Wynne. But interestingly, two of my children have a very similar surname, but spelled with an I. Oh, you're in
In
Canada,
Canada.
Sylvie.
Lovely. Which part of Canada are you from? Oh, Jessica's in Alabama. Lovely. And you're hoping to go fishing. Fantastic. Oh, is that on like the lakes out there? If there anything like the lakes in Canada, stunning, stunning scenes there.
Good morning, Denise
Ah, Denise is with
from
us from
Boston.
Boston.
Wow,
Happy
early
Friday to
morning
you.
for you. Hey, happy Friday. How are you doing? How are you doing today? Um,
Daisy. Hi, Daisy. How are you? Where are you located? Yeah, we're getting a couple of new names with us today, which
yeah,
is lovely to see. Yeah, thank you for joining us. Yeah, it's
yeah.
lovely to have you here. And do you have any questions at all? So we're here to help you, and best way we can to advise you, guide you, anything that you may be struggling with at the moment, that you're facing at the moment, whether that be from an emotional perspective, something emotionally challenging that you're facing at the moment, law of attraction, trying to manifest something into your life. What healing can we offer you today? And obviously, Jay, as a Reiki master, can give you some advice there as well. So yeah, pose your questions to
Alison
us.
from Strood, is it, in Gloucestershire? And I saw someone was from Worcestershire as well.
That's Stroud. You know where that is, right?
Yeah, is it Stroud or Stroud? Sorry, I'm not very good in place names.
It's where we went.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We love that area of the country. We really do.
It's
It's so
beautiful.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Um,
And Caitlin,
I'm
hi there,
pretty sure we went
Caitlin.
out that weekend. Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, so we've got
Great
a
fun.
lovely meditation also lined up for you today. So it's my turn to deliver the meditation today, and explain a little bit about that later on as we progress on. But very much looking forward to delivering that. We hope you'll stick around for that, and then later on we'll end off with a couple of card pulls for anybody that wants them as well.
Oh, awesome, Jessica. So your ancestors dropped the E from the win, and
Interesting.
you've got beautiful lakes where you're at. Is that where you're going fishing? Um, I'm originally, I don't know if you can tell with my accent, but I'm originally from Northern Ireland, and I grew up around what we call lochs actually. So I used to love going fishing. My brothers as well would love fishing in the lochs. And also just going for a little dip in the lochs. That was my favourite, to be fair. Not so much the fishing, but the swimming in the lochs. Yeah, Victoria. Good
Victoria.
morning, beautiful. Lovely to see you here.
Lovely to see you, Victoria. How have you been? And Tina. Hi there, Tina. Is that I wonder if you're linking in somebody to come and join us today on Facebook. Fantastic. Yeah, brilliant.
Oh, you've got an appointment in an hour, Daisy. Well, you can always come back and watch us on replay if you'd like to benefit from the beautiful meditation Adrian's going to guide us through today.
Alison.
Is
Hi
that
there,
onto a
Alison.
nature reserve?
In the I live back onto the nature reserve. Fantastic. Oh, we've got lots of people living in the outbacks and living in nature. That's great. It's
Love
great to
it.
be connected with nature.
Yeah. What's the name of that nature reserve that's near where you used to live? Is it Samfire Hole?
Samphire Home, just outside Folkestone. Yeah, it was
That's such a nice place to go.
accidental development. That accidental. It all happened accidentally because um,
Nothing's
all
an
of
accident.
well, no, okay, yeah, sure, but basically all of the muck and stuff from the boring machines when they were digging out the Channel Tunnel between England and France, they had to put that somewhere, so they put it in this designated area just outside Folkestone, and just spontaneously all this samphire decided to grow there, and they decided to turn it into a beautiful nature reserve. And it's lovely. Yeah, it's lovely.
Hi, Mark. Nice to see you. How are you? And where are you watching from?
And there's a lovely doggy. And Tina is from the USA. Whereabouts in the USA? Are you also out in nature somewhere at all? In the lakes? Maybe in the mountains somewhere? Or maybe you're in the city somewhere. Share where you're from.
Good day, Sarah. You've got to be from down under or something.
Possibly. Yeah, possibly. Yeah. So
Okay. So let's think of something to talk about because I um I've recently been thinking more and more about how we attract the people that come into our lives, and how we resonate on the same frequency as others, and that brings them in. So what's brought you here today, what's brought other people to me or Adrian as clients or as part of a group. I'm from South Africa, Sarah, and Mark was from London. So and more I see and I feel people that are drawn to me, whether it's in a professional sense or personally or anything. There's always something we've got in common, and more I see this, and I think I was saying to Adrian about this recently. For me, I'm quite often drawn to, or people who have similar things are drawn to me, one of which is an association with children with additional needs, in particular, maybe autism or ADHD, because basically 3 of my 4 children are on that spectrum. And the other people that are drawn to me have had tumultuous relationships previously, traumatic relationships, and every which way I turn, I always seem to connect with these people. And I just kind of think, there's always a reason that we connect to people, whether that is something for us to learn or something for them to learn, or simply a connection to help us, to move in a certain direction. So last week, I actually took Friday off. I didn't run my meditation group. I went and I was held in a space with 9 other beautiful ladies. And within that space, there was a lady to my side who also had children with developmental needs and things like that. And I just said, well, it's and she was a Reiki practitioner. That's the other thing. Other people who are drawn to me tend to have something to do with Reiki, honestly. So Reiki, people with associations with autism and ADHD or traumatic relationships, those are the ones that are sort of drawn to me, and vice versa. So I just find it really fascinating, and I wonder if anyone else has found similar. Or Adrian, like, do you see a pattern in who's drawn to you, or vice versa?
Yeah, it's a fascinating topic. And I think you're right. I think you said briefly a moment ago that there's no accidents, there's no coincidences, that things align for us, whether that's visible to us, known to us at that point. Sometimes we can sort of question how did this person come into my life? How did this thing happen to me at that particular time, just when I needed it, and so, yeah, interestingly, the pattern that I see is I tend to resonate, and I tend to attract individuals that are similar zodiac to myself, so other Capricorns. The majority of my close friends are Capricorns, interestingly. There must be something about Capricorns that resonate to each other. But yeah, that's been a very common pattern, interestingly. And also I can think of, and I may have mentioned this before, of meeting individuals, coming across individuals in my life that I wasn't expecting to come into my life, and just instantly hit off and just made that connection, and we've remained really close friends. My good friend Tim, as an example, when we both went to Kefalonia in 2018 for the month. Never met each other before then, but we connected out there, and ever since we've been close friends. And I consider him a dear friend of mine because of the connection, the interest, the shared interest that we have with conservation work, and especially with turtles. So yeah, I think It's interesting when we look at sort of the relationships, the connections that we build with individuals, there is no coincidence. When we look at those strong connections, those strong bonds that we have with other people and how they enter our lives, a lot of the time it's just spontaneity, and it's there, unexpectedly. And those often, from my experience anyway, often tend to be the strongest bonds that we connect with people. I don't really have the same connection with people that I went to school with, interestingly. I don't. I know some people do, but I don't. Um, so it is more spontaneous relationships that have sort of manifested into my life that I have the strongest bonds
Mm,
to. Yeah. I wonder if anybody
mm,
else can connect with that.
mm. And also,
Caitlin,
yeah, I mean, at the moment, I think we talked about this a couple of weeks ago as well. In the UK, we've got a whole lot of youngsters of 15, 16 years old going through GCSE exams, and you know, again, I seem to end up, speaking to people who've got children of similar ages, and so you have similar sort of um paths that you've taken, or maybe
mm,
your paths haven't crossed before, but later
mm,
on you kind of go, oh yeah, I've got children the same age, so you can sort of relate in that way. But also, um you know these children, these 15, 16-year olds, are completing a level of schooling here in the UK, and they're moving on to the next stage, which is exciting, but also somewhat terrifying. So I wonder again if there's any parents out there who um going through this as well. You know,
mm.
I take pictures of my 16-year-old on the doorstep this morning, probably for the first time, or for the first time, for the last time. So we've got a question as well from Caitlin. She and her partner are struggling with fertility, um, and she'd like some guidance. So, I mean, when it comes to fertility and sexual organs, and that's quite often related to your sacral chakra, because the sacral chakra is the home of the vital, those vital organs of your sexual organs, your um, uterus and so on. And the blockages that we can have, if it is indeed, with regards to a chakra blockage, the blockages that we can have in our sacral are related to self-worth, self-value, self-love, self-appreciation, passion, and creativity. So, the work that we can do on an energetic level when it comes to the sacral is to connect with our own inner child, and in so doing, become more passionate about life, and explore our creativity again, maybe coloring, drawing, being in nature, whatever creativity means for you. So certainly, you can work with energy healers as well as your medical practitioners in working through what's going on for you in terms of your own fertility struggle. My my brother and sister-in-law had their own issues with fertility quite some years ago now, and they went through a number of rounds of IVF, and it's hard work, and it's emotional, and it's physical, like physically draining as well. And they also looked at it from a natural perspective, and they they spoke to someone, I can't remember in which modality it was, but it was in relation to the vitamins and minerals that were present or lacking in each of them. And it was something to do with vitamin B, interestingly, within both of them. And so they started increasing the vitamin B that they were taking into their systems. And within a matter of months, they actually fell pregnant naturally, which is really awesome, you know. So I guess, you know, there's a number of different ways in which you can look at it, and it's what feels right for you as well. And besides which, obviously, the relationship that you have with your partner can play a huge part in it too. You know, being sure of that, you know, relationship. And you might think that if you're trying for a baby, you are sure in that relationship, but that's not always the case. It might, you know, it might be the opposite. And so working on that connection with each other and taking the focus away from wanting and that, you know, that needing to have a baby can actually help massively and take some of the pressure off of you. Anyway, I hope some of that helps.
Great. Yeah. Thank you for your question, Caitlin. Hope that resonates with you. I think when we're talking about with the inner child there, we've probably talked about this before, about blockages and resistances that we hold on to within our energy. And a lot of those resistances, a lot of those blockages can stem from early life, you know, so from childhood. They might even be passed down to us generationally, you know. So maybe investigating and looking into the generational traumas as well could offer some clues as to what blockages you might be holding on to as well, that may be preventing you from or is affecting in some way your pregnancy and things like that. So yeah, we've got another comment here from Victoria. Okay, so do you want to
I
you read
love
that
this
out, darling?
synchronicity. Sorry,
Yeah.
I've got to talk about this one
Go
because
for it.
this is fascinating. It really is.
Yeah.
So Victoria, we met last year at a Relax and Unwind event, and we'd not met before. Victoria started coming to my meditation groups and my Reiki share groups as well. And over time, we got to know each other. So we started talking generally and, you know, sharing cake together and things like that, cake and tea. And
Always time for cake and tea.
and over time, we realized that actually a very close friend of mine and my ex-partner was actually Victoria's partner, and he sadly died in a motorbike accident nearly 10 years ago. And although Victoria and I were both at the funeral, Victoria was in a back room, obviously, you know, struggling greatly with the grief. So we didn't meet at that time, but obviously we met about 9 years later. I think almost to the day. Am I right with that, Victoria? When we met, and you know, I think that you know, Victoria's done a lot of healing in that time, and you know, but also having that connection. I mean, isn't it amazing? You know, it is amazing, really, that you know we were able to connect in that way through the love of Reiki, But also, I was then able to share with her, pictures of Dan with my babies, my children as babies, and
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
And that just, it just shows how these connections work, and nothing, absolutely nothing is an accident, or it is all meant to be as it is. And and I'm very, very grateful to have met Victoria as well, as a fellow. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so Victoria, sorry. Okay. Victoria Witcher has made a comment about meeting me at an event this time last year, and she was also at his funeral at the same time as I was, and he passed away almost 10 years ago. We both, Victoria and I, both practice Reiki. So this comes back to the point of, we were meant to meet because of the connections that we have, both through someone that we both knew over time but never met each other at that time, and through Reiki. So it's just phenomenal, really.
Yeah, you were
Um,
definitely meant to meet, that's for sure. Yeah, that synchronicity's working perfectly. I wonder if Dan himself was instigating that energetically in some
yeah,
way.
it's very possible. It's very possible. Um, okay. So Victoria's saying we met on her birthday, not on his passing. He passed on the 16th of June. Her birthday is the 9th of July. Okay. I'm not great with dates myself. So well, yeah, I think it was definitely meant to be. Like I say, in terms of the connection with others, yeah, the connection with others is it's um it does feel like, the universe is like always moving things around in a way in which we can't be aware of. Um,
Oh, Caitlin's
but
just responded to say thank you for responding to her. She appreciates the guidance. Oh, that's great. Thank you, Caitlin.
yeah, oh Victoria, oh, bless you. Are you missing our Thursday evening meditation groups? So she's looking forward to the meditation. She needs a meditation. Well, you will be pleased to know that, yes, the lovely Adrian will be guiding us through the meditation today. Yeah, so stick around and you'll get a chance to relax and enjoy that.
Yeah, yeah. Let's go for a quick break. So we'll take a break for a couple of minutes, and when we return, we'll do the meditation. So get yourselves all nice and comfortable, and we'll see you back here in a couple of minutes.
Help Spiritual Psychics TV grow our TikTok channel. Connect with us at sptv UK. We're on a journey to reach our next milestone, and we need your help. Follow us today and support us going live. Imagine getting personalised readings, discovering your card of the day, and so much more. Don't miss out on the opportunity to explore new adventures with us. Follow, engage, and transform. Join our growing community at Spiritual Psychics TV with @SPTV UK on TikTok.
Introducing the SPTV app, your digital spiritual guide for an enlightening journey like no other. Immerse yourself in a world of audio and visual content crafted to inspire, educate, and entertain. Seek guidance with our card of the day, choosing up to 6 cards for personal insights. Enhance your daily life with our wellness section, featuring nutritious recipes, affirmations, and balanced living tips. Explore our spiritualism section for a deep understanding of the religion, its principles, and spiritual answers. Unravel the secrets of the clairs and broaden your spiritual horizon. Easily find local readers, therapists, centers, or churches with our comprehensive directory. Stay connected with live broadcasts, check our schedule, and get to know our insightful presenters. Delve into the meanings of angel numbers, crystals, and a comprehensive list of divination meanings. All of this and more, available for free on the SPTV app. Download now at sptv.uk/app and start your journey with your digital spiritual guide.
Being Spiritual with Ashley Robinson. The show starts from 8 p.m. tonight. Ashley offers his own insight to spiritualism and the philosophy behind it, along with answering your questions.
Hello, welcome back everybody. Hope you enjoyed your little comfort break there. So we're going to transition into a lovely little meditation that I've got lined up for you all now. So if you want to just take a moment to get yourself nice and comfortable, whether that's seated or laying down, entirely up to you, whichever is most comfortable for you. Jay's already there. She's like ready to go. Give me the meditation. Let's go. I wonder if Victoria is the same. I wonder. So yeah, just get yourself nice and comfortable. You can rest your hands wherever you like. All right. So whatever is most comfortable position for you. And all you need to do is just simply close the eyes, relax, and let me guide you through a lovely little journey that I've got lined up for us. And just begin by focusing on the breath. And just gently bring the awareness to that breathing cycle. It's a cycle that is so familiar to us, and yet it happens so naturally and spontaneously. And the breathing cycle is authentic, organic to us. There's no other breathing cycle that is the same as yours. So just tap into that familiarity, feeling the comfort, the feeling of the air coming in through your nostrils, filling your lungs. The gentle pause before we exhale, and then the cycle repeats. Breathing in fresh, vitalizing energy, and exhaling for relaxation. And gently hold the awareness on that breathing cycle. And doing so should feel comfortable, should feel natural. There's no effort involved, there's no forcing of anything. As a human being with an innate attachment to time, we often find ourselves pondering where we have come from, what we've been through, and we attempt to quantify the distance that may have been travelled in some way. It can also be a time to consider who we were and the impact that life's events have had on us. In looking for lessons, such as during the full moon, we discover that no matter what is going on in our lives, we can continue to shine brightly and not let the darkness put out our spark. And during the new moon, we're reminded once again of the life cycle, that nothing ever lasts forever, and whenever there is a period of endings and things finishing, This is always inevitably followed by new beginnings and forward motion. This is the natural cycle of life. The yin yang energy working endlessly and diligently. Inevitably, during important milestones, we often return to the familiar ground of setting new intentions and making fresh plans, planting the seeds, if you will, so that whatever we wish for may grow and blossom. Upon completing our process of reflection, this is the time to move forward with a fresh perspective and clearer outlook, to consider ourselves reborn in a brand new cycle, to leave behind heavy weights, put down the baggage that we've been carrying around with us for so long, and set ourselves free so that we can feel lighter, brighter, and more aligned with our true self once again. So keeping the awareness on the breath, just feel the breath coming in and the breath going out. And take a moment to connect with this life force energy. And bringing the awareness inwards like this gives us the opportunity to practice observing, to just witness things happening before us. There's no forcing, there's no effort, and in doing so, we remain present. We allow ourselves to be present in the here and now. And that means that we practice being without judgment, having no critique of things that have happened to us or what may be happening to us. We just simply let the flow of the breath happen naturally. And we fall deeper into relaxation, letting the tension simply dissolve and drain away. Let the jaw loosen, the shoulders sink, the muscles in your face, neck, and body just relax. And in this space, we allow any thoughts to pass through like a steady stream, and we continue to observe without any form of judgment. Time. Time is a human concept, an illusion of the mind. And humans have been attempting to control time since our early existence, with a fascinated obsession in wanting to measure it, slow it, and even manage it in some way, as if it were some tangible, controllable entity with limited proportions. But time is fluid, eternal, and persistent, which cannot be measured. And yet we base all forms of living from it. We spend so much time rushing from one thing to another that we overlook and often miss the things that are most important. We lose clarity in our vision. And what is progress without clarity? In today's modern world, there are so many pressures, forms of conditioning and programming, and sources of stress that we find time speeds by before our very eyes. We become reliant on the things that try to control time, that we spend so much more time trying to manage time. We lose faith and trust in more natural cycles and processes. We lose trust in the process, that everything happens not just for a reason, but within divine timing. We lose trust in the universe, that it actually does have our backs after all. and we lose trust in ourselves, in our intuition, and that it acts as our universal compass, always pointing us in the right direction. With subtle changes in perspective, one can gain so much clarity and focus. For a boat at sea to reach an entirely different location, it only needs to change its course by 1 degree. It's time now to stop, pause, and take a moment to observe the wider picture. So I invite you to visualize an old, empty room. And it's wide and has dusty, bare features. There are windows projecting nothing but a bright white light from outside. And there is a door that's behind you, which leads back to the here and now. And you may have a sense of familiarity with this space. It may be a space that you recognize. It may be completely new to you, but you feel comfortable in this space. On one of the walls hangs a tall, old, dusty mirror. And it sits in a rustic, antique frame. Visualize yourself approaching the mirror with an open curiosity. And as you do so, its distinguishing features become more apparent to you. It looks familiar, sturdy, like it's witnessed many things in its still, ominous presence. I invite you to step closer to the mirror. Look through the stains, the dust and imperfections, and what you see reflecting back is yourself. And in this mirror, that version of yourself is your true self. And take a moment to welcome and greet this honest reflection. For this reflection reveals much about who you are meant to be. It reveals your hopes, your ambitions, intentions, your future plans, and the limitless possibilities that are open to you. And I ask that you ponder this vision before you. And attempt to commune with this reflection, engage with it. Ask the reflection for insight and clarity. Where will this reflection take you? What are its hopes and aspirations? What can it offer you? And listen to its guidance, for it's showing you the correct path to follow. It reveals to you the direction that needs to be taken and offers clarity where there once was confusion and maybe cloudiness. Envision where you aspire to be, who you are meant to be, and the potential that lies within you. But remain unattached to these visions. Don't let them fool you. Let these visions go and allow them to just simply float away, for they are merely reflections of things that have not yet come to be. And from these visions, we can learn to be trusting once again. Trust what the future has in store for you. Trust the process. Trust the universe and that it has your back. And allow yourself to trust yourself. Time is an illusion of perspective. You have all the time you need to become whomever and whatever you want to be. And now visualize yourself embracing this future version of yourself and let it offer you reassurance and comfort and safety. Embrace it with peace and love, trust and compassion. Offer it your pure intentions, your honesty and understanding, and feel safe in the knowledge that all will be well, and all is well. And in this moment, ask yourself, what intentions do I wish to set for myself? Who am I? Who is it that I want to be? Who am I meant to be? What do I wish to gain and achieve? And where is my next direction of travel? Take the opportunity now to gain clarity and focus in your perspective. Feel whole again, complete, unified, and in balance. Reassure to yourself that from this point on, you will commit to growth, resilience, and strength. You have everything that is needed to propel you forward into the future with a renewed sense of hope and optimism. You always had. It's just your perspective was blinded to it. And you can reflect on this for a few moments in quiet contemplation as you affirm to yourself, I am empowered to move forward. I am empowered to move forward. I am empowered to move forward. Feel safe in the knowledge that you are equipped with everything you need to go forward with freedom, inner strength, and resilience. You can accept the path that was travelled behind you. You have forgiveness in your heart and courage to advance your journey further forward in whatever direction it takes. And now, in your visualization, see yourself turning back towards the door that you came through. And gently bring yourself back to the here and now, leaving behind the things that no longer best serve you, and knowing that you can return back to this space whenever you need to gain whatever clarity you feel you need, and to know that that space is accessible and is a safe, comfortable space just for you. Just take a moment to draw in a deeply uplifting, vitalizing long breath in, reconnecting with the breath, and an equally long cleansing breath out. Nice breath in and out. Just slowly allow the awareness to come back into the body, feeling yourself sitting or laying in this space. Open yourself up to the vibrations of your room or wherever you are, bringing yourself back to the here and now. And your awareness is back fully into the self. And gently and slowly in your own time, blink open the eyes to bring yourself back into this space. Namaste. Well, it's one of my favorite meditations, the mirror. And for those that may have been listening a few weeks ago, we did the part 1 of the mirror. So it's a meditation I came across a few years ago, and there's actually 3 parts to the meditation. It's quite a lengthy one, but it's broken into 3 parts. And the first part is all about seeing your true self and actually releasing, letting go of the things that have been holding you back. And then this second part is about going forward. So yeah, it's one of my favorite meditations. If you're interested, if you want to maybe get access to this meditation and any other meditations, and even the part 1 as well, so if you go to our website, synergyholistichealing.co.uk, there is a section on the website, downloadable meditations, and we've got a range of meditations on there. So feel free to order yourself one of those, and they're downloadable, so they're portable. You can put them onto your devices, and then you can listen to them on your devices. But also, if you sign up to our newsletter, there's an opportunity as a little gift, as a little thank you from Jay and myself for signing up to our newsletter. You'll actually get the mirror part 1 and 2 as a little free gift for you anyway. So yeah, hope you enjoy that. Oh, Sarah, thank you so much. You feel so light. That's brilliant. Thank you for being here with us. How are you, darling? How are you doing?
Yeah, good. Yeah, no, it's really beautiful. I went very deep. I do enjoy the mirror as well. I think
Yeah, it's very
it's
powerful.
very powerful indeed. Yeah.
I remember the first time that we did the part one, and that I think you had quite a profound visualization with that one, didn't you?
Yeah, I can't remember now, but in this one, it's really really fascinating because initially I could see myself in like a black ball gown.
Oh wow,
Um,
beautiful.
yeah, okay. So Sam struggled with seeing her reflection in the mirror. That's
Interesting.
interesting.
Yeah, okay. Interesting. So was there any kind of reflection at all? Was there anything else in place of that, or was it that you just couldn't see yourself in the mirror? That's really interesting. So do you feel that is you use the word reflection, but do you feel that is a reflection of maybe, I don't know, how you see yourself in some way? Is there kind of any resistance to how you see yourself? We've talked about sort of self-esteem today and confidence, so is that something at all that you struggle with at all? Because that particular meditation is all about the future. It's about growth and about where you can go. So maybe there's some uncertainty within you about that. Maybe some uncertainty about your direction, your path, your journey, or where you want to go. Is there something in your life happening at the moment, and you haven't got that clarity or security in some way? Because that's another aspect of that particular meditation. So, but yeah, thanks for sharing, Sam. Yeah, it's an interesting one.
I think as well, this meditation is very deep, and it's okay if you don't see anything.
Absolutely.
Some people don't have strong visualizations during meditations. It's not necessarily reflective, pardon the pun, of what is actually going on within, because I feel like with this meditation, it's about empowerment of the self. So whether you see a reflection in the mirror, whether you see a visual, is not reflective of the impact or the empowerment that you can receive from the meditation.
Right.
It might also be that to delve deeper into the meditation, that you maybe do more meditation beforehand as well. I know with my meditation groups, which have been largely from people who've not really meditated or meditated infrequently, I start with lighter meditations. So I wouldn't, don't know, lighter in terms of the topic, and in terms of the energy within the meditation, and then go deeper and deeper. And actually, the people in the group can feel that each time that they're doing the meditation, they're going deeper and deeper, because it's a gradual process. The more that you meditate, the deeper you'll go naturally, but also can depend on the energy within the meditation.
Yeah, Sam's just saying there, she's never thought of herself, I'm assuming it's a female, never thought of themselves or their self-image like that. So another thing also just to say about meditation is that it shouldn't be forced. So if you find yourself trying to force yourself to see an image, like I've really got to see an image in the mirror, I must see an image, then that's kind of counterproductive to the process. So really, it doesn't matter whether you see an image, whether you have the visualization or not. That's not really the point, because all it is, it's just a narration. And if you happen to be able to follow the narration and you're seeing the visualization, you're connecting with the words, then the process is working just as effectively as when you don't have the visualization. The point is that meditation shouldn't be a forced effect, and if you find yourself forcing, then it can be counterproductive. Meditation at the end of the day is all about stress release. So if you're trying to force that process and you've got, a must see, a visualization, a must see something, then that in itself is invoking a degree of stress, so just let it go naturally, and whatever will happen will happen. All right. And sometimes, I mean, with me, when Jay's leading meditation, I often just drift off, because it's not, I'm not connected with the words. It's just because I'm so used to meditating that I go quite deep, and I end up just losing perspective, losing depth, and I just go deep. So Jessica's just saying that I thought I could, and now I can't. I really need clarity and guidance on housing situation and healing. Okay.
Should we do a couple of card pulls?
Yeah, that might help. Yeah, it might help a couple of individuals that we've got with us today. So let's do a couple of quick card readings. Let us know in the comments if you'd like a card reading. Happy to do one for you. So I've got my chakra cards here. What have you got there with you, Jay? You got your animal cards?
I've got the small animal cards. I've got my new Rose Oracle.
Ooh,
nice.
Which
I only had a couple of days.
Yeah.
So
need to break into
maybe I
them.
can use them as well.
Yeah.
Sam, you normally fall asleep. That's awesome.
Excellent.
That's great.
Yeah. That's often the deepest form. And Sarah's saying yes, please. Okay then, Sarah. So
I think I feel like Jessica was asking
Louise.
a question, and I feel that maybe it would be beneficial for her to have some of the chakra cards, maybe.
Okay. All right. Who is that? Jessica, was it?
Jessica Wynn.
Jessica Wynn. Yep. Okay. So Jessica, if I mean, she hasn't said. So if you are wanting a card reading, then just close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And exhale.
Because she was asking for guidance around housing and stuff and healing.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Oh wow, I've got a card already coming out for me. So I'm going to do 3 cards. I'm going to identify a potential problem area that requires addressing, the blockage that may be happening that's going on, and the potential solution. So show me, please. So it's just one more card I need for Jessica, please. Show me the solution. What solution does Jessica need to know? Here we go. So got 3 cards. Okay. So as the potential problem area, we've got the card Passion that's here. Passion. So orange card. So this is the sacral that we've been talking about today. And the blockage here is workaholic, which is the throat chakra. It's a blue card, so it's throat chakra. And equally another throat chakra card here. Sorry, I forgot what it was. Bittersweet. Bittersweet. So does any of that resonate with you at all, Jessica? So just show you this again. So we've got passion, which is the sacral chakra. Okay. It's the potential problem area. The workaholic, which is the throat chakra. Okay. And bittersweet. Bittersweet. Reaping the rewards. The throat chakra as well. So any sort of challenges with communication, with expressing the self at all? Is that an area that you find that you know, trying to clear your throat or dry throat or just not being able to express yourself. Do you find yourself maybe, so the work it's your interpretation as well. So Jessica's just saying codependent. My mind is always working really hard. ADHD. Okay. That's what I was just about to say was, do you find that communication is sort of working really, really hard for you? Communication either from the voice or intellectually, the mind communicating things with you, ideas, thoughts, expressions, visualizations, that sort of thing. So that this it potentially is the area to maybe to look at, and address. It's where maybe some of your blockages are coming from. And so the solution for you here is to allow yourself to express your desires, your ideas, to communicate openly with what it is that you want for yourself, because then you can reap the rewards, and the resolution, the solution for you will then be bittersweet. It will be uplifting. It will be empowering for you, enjoyable. So I wonder if that resonates with you. So just Jess is saying restless nights a lot, trauma from PTSD, and absolutely, yeah.
Is there some, so she can't express her feelings, feel like she's always wrong, something
Okay.
wrong, that doesn't go as planned.
Doesn't go as planned. Trusting the process there. So we talked about trusting the process in the meditation. Do you trust the process? Do you trust yourself as well? Because a lot about communication is also the trusting of the self, but also trusting that what you're going to express is going to land well as well, you know.
I think the final card, the solution, if you don't mind me sort of saying, that maybe there's someone in spirit, either someone in spirit or your higher self, that will help you with that connection and that balance in communication. Or perhaps there's been a bit of a blockage between yourself and your higher self, or someone in spirit. Maybe I feel like there's someone in spirit that you're missing, and maybe you're struggling with that communication, which is presenting itself to you, but allowing yourself to be at peace with that and allowing yourself to connect inwardly will help you to move forward.
Yeah, because there's the lady there that's offering sort of, it's a piece of cake.
Yeah, it's almost like a peace offering, isn't it? It's
yeah, so, and we've got the white dove there as well, which is also of peace. Yeah. Okay. Well, hopefully that lands well with you, Jessica. That offers you some help. Do let us know. Is there time for maybe a couple more? Who else did we have?
Yeah, I think so.
There was a couple of other people that were. So Jessica's just saying, I don't have a 9-to-5 job, unfortunately, because of a toxic relationship and unable to work. Okay,
that's interesting. Well, Jessica, listen, you know, we're here for you if you need anything. So since your mom's passing, you've begun to trust the universe more. Okay, awesome. Okay. So yeah, connect with your mom. That's what I was saying. There was someone in spirit, and maybe, you know, that is that connection. But what I was going to say as well is, I don't know if you were here earlier when I was saying quite often the people that are drawn to me and the vice versa have been through this similar life experiences as I have. And one of those, or a couple of those, have been traumatic relationships, toxic relationships, as you will. So do feel free to reach out. You know, something that helped me with that was Reiki. So you know, I'd love to have a chat with you. So do reach out, and you know, we're here to support you here, in this realm, as well as your mom being there to support you from the higher realms. Okay.
So I think there was Sarah. Was it Sarah that was asking for a card? Was it Sarah? Yep, the lady from South Africa. Yeah. All right. Do you want to do one of your cards there, darling?
Sure.
So, Sarah, if you want to just take a moment to close your eyes, take a breath in and release. Keep the eyes closed as Jay will pull a card for you. Waiting with that anticipation to see what she's got.
Sorry, it's this new deck. So I was shuffling it, and then it wasn't really shuffling. So I was asking for guidance. So what's come up is the wild rose. And I'm sorry, let me share this with you. So. And it's so beautiful, so much detail in these cards. So I'm just getting used to them.
Picture.
So Sarah, it looks like from here that you've got a couple of you've got like what looks like spirit guides either side of you, which is interesting in this card. I'm just going to look at it again. And the rose is kind of in the in that sort of, you know, like in the higher realms. So the connection with the self and the divine feminine feels very strong through this card. And it's about doing it your own way and embracing yourself and your true self. So living life untamed and free. So if there's something that's holding you back, so connecting with your higher self, listening to your intuition, being guided, and following that voice that tells you, like, this is the way, this is your authenticity, this is what, you know, this is, you know, where you need to be, to be set free from the chains of conformity, of societal pressures and things like that, to do you for you. So tap into your divine feminine, and yeah, that's what I've got as guidance for you. So I hope that helps.
Lovely, very fitting with the meditation as well. It's beautiful. So I think we've got time just for one more, real quick, before we close off for today. So who else do we have? So we do try to get through as many as we can. So thank you very much for all of your requests. We're a little restricted with time today, but we've got time for just one more. But do come back to our future lives as well. We're back here every other Friday And so, yeah, we'll be here to do more meditations in carpool. So, Dee, good morning. Good morning, Dee. So, a name I don't recognize, so possibly someone new to us today. Welcome from wherever you are in the world. So let's should we do an animal one real quick for Dee?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Don't think she was asking for one. There was a lady, Louise, though, that was.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got a little bit carried away with the fact it's a new name. Let's
okay.
let's do Dee a reading. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We can sometimes get carried away. We get so excited with doing the card reading. So what have you got there, darling?
Be loyal to what you love.
Oh, the doggy.
This is the doggy. It's time to heal, which is the snake spirit.
Snake, yeah.
The chameleon spirit, act as if.
Ooh.
And the rabbit spirit, so now is the lucky time. So,
ooh, nice. It's a couple of good ones.
Again, I think, it's a very similar theme, like being loyal to what you love, being loyal to yourself and your family and friends, acting as if everything's going to turn out right for you because you're following your intuition, you're doing the healing. Now is the right time to move forward, and you'll be able to do that through healing yourself. So yeah, I think it's interesting, isn't it? Always very similar sort of messages, and being connected to the self, and to the higher self, and doing the listening, the tapping into your intuition and tapping into what feels good, and being loyal to yourself as well as doing the healing. It is so important. It's so important, but that connection to the self and the higher self, and the guidance that we receive is, it's so important to listen to that, and to move forward. And also in terms of the loyalty, knowing that you have family and friends around you that care, that are there for you as well as you being loyal to them. That again is something that can be really empowering and help us to move forward from situations that we might otherwise be stuck in. So I think that, again, the readings, whilst they are personal, I think there was a lot in common with them all, and including the meditation. So be empowered to move forward, knowing that you're guided, and the universe has your back, and you've got a lot of support both here and in the higher realms to be your authentic self moving forward.
Yeah, and being open to receiving the luck and the fortune as well, for sure, for everybody.
And being open to receiving healing, to healing the self, and working with others to achieve that that healing as well. So if anyone has any questions or anything for us afterwards, do feel free to drop us a message at Synergy Holistic Healing or Synergy and Flow on Instagram.
Yeah, absolutely. And also keep your comments going, because although we'll be wrapping up now, we do continue to monitor the comments. So if you had some other questions, then we'll certainly do our best to continue answering those for you within the stream there. So we're going to close off for this week. Just want to say thank you to all of you for joining us today. Wherever you are in the world, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your up and coming weekend. If you're here in the UK and Ireland, have a lovely bank holiday weekend. We'll be back here again in a couple of weeks' time, so in another 2 Fridays' time at 11 o'clock. So be sure to join us then. So until then, take good care of yourselves, live well, be happy, and we look forward to seeing you again at future lives.